Hey everyone, this is Kimberly. I thought I'd share with you how I put together my prayer journal, and maybe you can glean some great ideas. I know I did when I went on Pinterest and I searched for prayer journaling ideas. I know sometimes it's hard to think how you're going to word a search, and that's what I finally came up with, because if you word it a different way, it doesn't come out to be a prayer journal. Anyway, I've been journaling for a year and a half, and what I started with was just a small pad of paper. I did use a journal at one time, one of those hard bound ones, but what I found was that I was rewriting my prayer list more than once, because I also use this as note-taking. Sometimes I write out my prayers, and sometimes I confess things in here, and also my devotional time. And eventually this runs out of paper, and then you have to get rid of the book or put it on the shelf. And that really wasn't working for me. So what I came up with and what I found on Pinterest was these 3-ring binders. And I had been using a binder before for home management, finances, menus, homeschooling, and all sorts of things. And I will be bringing other videos about those later on, because I found that while some can put it all together, my brain just does not want to work that way. It seems that I do better with journals separated. That means not a journal, binders separated, meaning I have only a menu binder. I have only a homeschooling binder. So I'll be going over that later. Anyway, what I found with this system, and I've been using it for a few weeks now, is I'm in love. This is a 5.5 by an 8.5 binder. And I found everything for this in the stationery aisle at Walmart. However, the pretty paper right here, I found in the stationery, the craft department in the scrapbooking aisle. Awesome place to decorate your folders. And this is just a 3x5 card that I put praying on, and the stickers were also from the stationery department. Anyway, as you open this up, you'll find that this system lends itself to adding as much paper as you want for each section, which works for me. When you open mine up, you'll see that I use a method called the ACTS. And what ACTS is it's an acrostic for adoration, confession, thanksgiving, and supplication. And under each heading, I found verses. Like for adoration, I put the Lord is my Lord and my song. And for confession, 1 John obviously comes to mind. And then thanksgiving and supplication. And in Philippians, where it says with prayer and supplication. Also, I found out that I had to look up some of those words, like adoration. I really didn't know what it meant. So I did look it up, and I put the definition on here too. And yes, I do read through those every morning. I also have a place where I put verses that I'm looking at, studying, or just whatever before me, because it really spoke to my heart. Then I have my journal, or my prayer journal, divided into 5 sections. And I find that it's really working great for me. The first section, I don't know if you can see that, is family. And that is my immediate family only. That's my husband, my children, myself. And yes, you should be praying for yourself a lot, because you know yourself better than anybody. But what I did was I would put their name and then just things I'm praying for them. Some lists are long, some lists are short. It just depends. And yes, I get specific with the Lord. And I also pray for our finances. Of course, you should always be praying for those things. The next section is our ministries. And these are ministries that we have in the church. And also, I also put my blog and my Facebook page and I do a Froggy report for my nieces and nephews. For a while, but it's coming back. And also my accountability partner that we have. That we say good morning to each other and, just share what the Lord has given us in our devotions for that day. Right now, we're working on a book called A Woman of Love. It's about Ruth, and that has spoken volumes to my heart. It's an awesome book, and I do recommend that book. But I do pray, and yes, I did say Facebook. I do pray about that and what I put on there. I don't just do things willy-nilly. I want the Lord to use it to His honor and glory, not my own. The next section that I have after ministries, also I pray for my husband's ministries. So just so you know. The next section is our church family, and that's where I pray for my pastor, his wife, leaders in our church, and our church family. All of our members are friends, family, and they mean something to us, and I pray for them. The next section, I have 5 sections, like I said, is others, and that's where I put, our extended family, our moms, our dads, our brothers, sisters, people in the community, people taking a stand for the Lord that, you want to pray for. And our last section is journaling. And this is where the idea came about of writing out my confession to the Lord. We all have those things that bug us to death or that the Lord's working on us and we can't figure out the valley, but the Lord is teaching us something in that valley. And sometimes I just write out to the Lord. It could be pages long, but I do write out to the Lord and say, this is bothering me, or I confess this to you, Lord. And yes, I do keep them because I want to see, and I have saw many times where the Lord, I prayed something and the Lord takes care of it. And I just want to always remember those times that I cried out to the Lord or I confessed a sin and God do an about face and turn it all around. Also, this is also where I put notes. This is a great place for you to put notes. And I might actually make a divider for that. I haven't yet, but I'm thinking about it. And some other ideas, other sections you can put in this are memory verses. But as you know, on my blog and on my Facebook, I put a different system we use for that. So I won't be using that here. But that's a good idea for anybody who would want to memorize verses and not use the other method of the recipe box. I am praying about putting a calendar as soon as I figure out how to make it this small. I'm going to be putting a calendar in here. And one of the ideas I gleaned from Pinterest in one of the videos that I did not post was that she would put on her calendar when somebody had an interview or somebody had a doctor's appointment, she would actually put it on that day. And as you look over that calendar, not only are you praying for your own appointments, your own things, you're also praying for other people's appointments that mean something to them. Also, in another section I'm thinking about adding is sending cards of encouragement or birthday cards. We did that one year. I was truly blessed by it, and I'm thinking about adding it to this eventually. So those are just some ideas and things that I came up with, and that's how I do my praying, and I hope it encouraged you, and you gleaned some ideas. If you have any ideas, I'd love to hear them. You can post comments, obviously, on Facebook under this video, or, if you know me and you see me out and about and you want to say, hey, here's an idea for you, I'm always looking for ideas. So have a great day, and I hope you're blessed. Bye.